Hello, dear students. Very good afternoon to all of you. Last time we have discussed about what is guttation. So, last time we have discussed about what is guttation. Today we are moving in direction of next topic, that is ascent of sap. So what is sap? What is ascent of sap? That we are going to study today. So be focused on the topic, ascent of sap. So what is ascent of sap? That you might have studied this topic in your previous classes, like that of 12th class. During this 12th class, this topic is included under plant physiology unit, plant physiology, and such units are there. So today we are going in perspective of this ascent of sap. So for graduate students, you should study this in somewhat a deeper manner. Ascent of sap. So you should know firstly what is mean by sap. SAP, sap. So what is mean by sap? So there are many minerals present in the soil, and you know that is there is plenty of water present in the soil. So as there is too much of soil water and there are many minerals in the soil, so these minerals get bind with the water, forming a sap, that is known as sap. That solution is known as sap. But when it is called sap, actually whenever this solution is entering into the xylem, so these water and minerals which are in combined form, these are entering into the xylem. So that is generally known as xylem sap. So where do you will find this? So you will get this sap in xylem. So please remember what is sap. So let us begin to another topic from this. Water and minerals from the soil, they are entering the plant through root epiblema or epidermal cells of the root, that are anatomically known as epiblema. So they are entering the plant through root epiblema. So water and minerals are entering into the plant through roots, especially through root epiblema, and radially cross the cortex. So there is radial movement along the radius. So there is movement along the radius. So it is radially moving to the cortex and crossing the same. So it cross the cortex and reach inside to the xylem. So radially moving, that is from outside to inside. So innermost layer where vascular bundles are situated. So water is finally reaching to one of the vascular tissues, that is xylem. So xylem is known as conducting tissue which conducts water and minerals in the plants. So now radially moving water to the cortex and then reaching up to the xylem, and then it moves upwardly throughout the plant, throughout the stem. Suppose this is a stem, so it is moving throughout the plant in upward direction. Firstly it was entering radially, you should remember. Firstly it was entering radially, crossing cortex, and after crossing cortex it was entering in the xylem. So after reaching the xylem, it is moving in upward direction. So how ascent, that is movement, ascent of sap. दिस इज इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर लीव्स, ये लीव्स के लिए इम्पॉर्टेंट है. सो वाटर की ज़रूरत होती है सब ऑर्गन्स को, एस्पेशली फॉर लीव्स वेयर एक्टिव फोटोसिंथेसिस इज गोइंग ऑन. सो लीव्स एस्पेशली रिक्वायर्स मोर वाटर. दिस upward movement of water and minerals from roots to the aerial parts of the plant through xylem, and this is against the gravitational force. This is known as ascent of sap. Let us revise it, what I told. The upward movement of water and minerals from roots to aerial parts of the plant through xylem and against the concentration gravitational force, it is called ascent of sap. If in examination they will ask definition, so you should write directly this. If question is asked for 1 mark, 2 marks, so you should simply write this definition and you will get full benefit of this. So this is about introductory part, what is ascent of sap. In ascent of sap, one theory is given for your syllabus, in your syllabus, that is one theory, cohesion tension theory. So you might have studied this tension, what surface tension, surface tension. You might have studied this in physics, surface tension, cohesion, adhesion, that we will study also here. What is adhesion, what is cohesion. So cohesion tension theory, it was given by these two scientists, Dickson and Joly, in 1894. So let us move to this theory, cohesion tension theory. What is this theory? So let us introduce this and we will go in details of the theory. Theory is not that much bigger. So let us study cohesion tension theory. Most researchers, many researchers agree that, ये सब लोग मानते हैं, सब रिसर्चर्स ऐसा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा रिसर्चर्स जो है वो ऐसा मानते हैं, व्हाट, दैट वाटर इज मेनली पुल्ड थ्रू द प्लांट. सो खींचा जाता है वाटर, पुल का मतलब यही है, खींचना. सो वाटर इज मेनली पुल्ड थ्रू द प्लांट, प्लांट के अंदर खींचा जाता है वाटर, ऐसा कहते हैं. And driving force, which force is here? Driving force, acting as driving force. So driving force for this process is transpiration. You must remember this in MCQ type of questions. Questions are coming. So this will be asked. What is the driving force for the ascent of sap? So for movement of water, ascent of sap, which is the driving force? So driving force for this process is transpiration. This transpiration, that is loss of water in the form of vapor through aerial parts of the plants. This transpiration generates a negative pressure in xylem. So transpiration is generating negative pressure in xylem. इसको ऐसे समझ लो कि आपने इस बीकर में पानी लिया हुआ है, सपोज कीजिए here is water and you put a straw, suppose this is a straw, and you apply your mouth here, and if you suck air from the straw, so water will come inside the straw. This is simple. अगर आप मुंह लगा के खींच लो वहां से स्ट्रॉ से वाटर, तो वाटर क्या होता है यहां से अंदर चला जाएगा स्ट्रॉ के अंदर. दैट मीन्स you are applying a negative pressure there. Same is the thing here. So transpiration generates a negative pressure. ट्रांसपिरेशन नेगेटिव प्रेशर जनरेट करता है, यानी कि आप जो सक करते हो स्ट्रॉ को मुंह लगा के, जूस सक करके हम पी लेते हैं, सेम इज द मैकेनिज्म हियर. सो ट्रांसपिरेशन जनरेट्स ए नेगेटिव प्रेशर इन द जाइलम ऑफ लीव्स. सो लीव्स जो है, लीव्स के अंदर जो भी जाइलम है उसके अंदर यह नेगेटिव प्रेशर बनेगा. यानी कि ऐसा समझो कि लीव्स मतलब आप हैं और आप नेगेटिव प्रेशर जनरेट कर रहे हो, आप सक कर रहे हो जूस, सकिंग प्रेशर लगा रहे हो आप लोग, दैट इज द नेगेटिव प्रेशर. सो जाइलम ऑफ लीव्स आर अप्लाइंग a negative pressure which pulls the water upward. तो क्या हो जाएगा, वाटर ऊपर चला जाएगा, नीचे जमीन में जो वाटर है या फिर स्टेम वाले जाइलम में जो वाटर है वो ऊपर चला जाएगा. सो सिंपल इज द थिंग. अकॉर्डिंग टू कोहेशन टेंशन थियरी, physical properties of water are concerned. Physical properties are important here, physical properties. So these physical properties support the formation of water column in xylem vessel. So your straw, you are taking straw for sucking juice and whatever. So plant is using xylem for that sucking. Try to understand. So according to this theory, physical properties of water support the formation of water column. So there are some physical properties due to which water column is forming in the xylem vessel. जो कुछ भी xylem का vessel है, xylem का जो हम straw कहेंगे हमारी लैंग्वेज में, लेकिन साइंटिफिक लैंग्वेज में xylem vessel कहते हैं उसे. So xylem vessel में एक water column बनता है. वाटर कॉलम क्यों बनता है? क्योंकि वाटर के फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज की वजह से. सो ड्यू टू दिस फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ वाटर दैट आर सपोर्टिंग द वाटर कॉलम फॉर्मेशन इन जाइलम वेसल एंड देयर अपवर्ड मूवमेंट. सो वाटर कॉलम फॉर्मेशन भी होगा एंड देयर विल बी अपवर्ड मूवमेंट ऑफ वाटर आफ्टर फॉर्मेशन ऑफ वाटर कॉलम. सो we are going to study now what is cohesion, what is adhesion, and what is surface tension. That are important. Those properties are important here. So cohesion means it is mutual attraction between water molecules. Suppose this one molecule is of water, this is H2O molecule, this is H2O molecule, this is another H2O molecule. So there is force of attraction. इस दो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स में फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होगा. सो दैट इज म्यूचुअल अट्रैक्शन बिटवीन वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स. दैट फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन इज नोन एज कोहेशन. मीन्स वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स इन दोनों के बीच में जो बॉन्ड है, फोर्स है, उसको कहते हैं कोहेशन. सिंपल. नेक्स्ट इज द एडेशन. व्हाट इज एडेशन? It is the attraction of water molecules to the hydrophilic walls of trachyary elements, xylem elements. Xylem की जो elements होंगी तो that is solid in state. Nature is different. So xylem vessel is solid in state. Trachyary elements are solid in state. Water is liquid in state. So here is H2O molecules. Here are trachyary elements molecules or surface. The force of attraction between them is known as adhesion. So substances are different. Here is trachyary element and there is water molecule. So these two substances or molecules are different and force of attraction between them is known as adhesion. चिपकना, simple language में चिपक जाना. So if you put water on woody surface, so some water is held by that woody surface, So there is force of attraction between water molecules and woody surface. That force is known as adhesion. Then next property is surface tension. So that you have studied, might have studied in physics lectures. In your 12th standard, 11th standard also this concept is coming. Surface tension. So what is surface tension? Water molecules are attracted to each other. Water molecules are attracted to each other in liquid phase. In which phase? Liquid phase. More than to water in gas phase. So, if you suppose these are gas molecules, these are vapor molecules. So, and suppose these are, here is water put in beaker, here is vapor. 1 second, I will rub this. Suppose here is vapor, water vapor, and here is water molecules in liquid. So where the force of attraction is more, so here in liquid state force of attraction between water molecule is more than that of water molecules present in vapor state. This is a little bit physics, this is a common sense. So a properties give a water a high tensile strength. These properties which I told up till now, so these properties give a high tensile strength to the water. That is, high tensile strength means what? That is the ability to resist a pulling force. Pulling धकेलने वाला, खींचने वाला फोर्स जो है वो force. So these properties give water a high tensile strength and high capillarity, that is rising in a water column, rising in a tube, thin tube. If you take thin tube, suppose this is a beaker and I have taken water here. If I put a thin capillary into this, so water rises in this column. So this is normal level and this is increased level in the capillary. That is due to surface tension. That is a simple experiment in the physics. So here that principle is applied in cohesion tension theory. So these properties give water a high capillarity and high tensile strength. In plants, capillarity is, so that is capillarity means raising in a thin column, thin tube. In plants, capillarity is due to small diameter of tracheary elements, like that diameter of glass capillary is also very low, less. Likewise, here in xylem elements, in tracheary elements, that is tracheids and vessel elements, their diameter is also a very less. So water rises like that of capillary and it moves in upward direction. Due to the fact that transpiration pulls, so transpiration is acting as a driving force and it pulls the sap from soil to the leaves. So sap will move from soil to the leaves. So water in the xylem is in the state of tension. At that place, whenever water is moving, that is in the state of tension. टेंशन आता है वाटर को क्योंकि ऊपर जाना होता है. In this state, negative pressure in the xylem, so there is negative pressure in the xylem. तो आप लोगों को वाटर कम दिया जाए इसमें और आपको बोला जाए कि डालो इसमें स्ट्रॉ और सक करो, तो वहां पे बबल्स तैयार हो जाएंगे. ये एक सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट आप घर पे करके देख सकते हो कि कम वाटर लेना है आपको और सक करना है. सो इफ यू आर अप्लाइंग ए नेगेटिव प्रेशर ऑन दिस, इफ यू सक दिस वाटर, सो ड्यू टू लेस अमाउंट ऑफ वाटर you will get bubbles in that straw. Same thing is happening here. that is relative to this. In this state, that is in state of tension, in this state, negative pressure in the xylem, जो भी xylem में negative pressure act हो रहा है, sucking force act हो रहा है, it cause cavitation. In scientific language, it is known as embolism. That is formation of water bubbles, air bubbles actually. Bubbling होता है, air bubbles आते हैं उसमें. So this is known as cavitation or embolism in the xylem. Cavitation is the appearance of gas bubbles within the liquid phase. Liquid phase होती है, उसके अंदर अगर gas bubbles आ जाए तो उसको cavitation कहते हैं. It is more common in the wild vessel. Actually, word is mistakenly placed here. Wide vessels ऐसा शब्द है यहाँ पे. So there is spelling mistake. Please correct it and read like this. Wide vessels. Wide मतलब उसका diameter ज़्यादा होगा. So it is more common, that is cavitation is oftenly seen where vessels are wider in diameter. Wide होती है vessels and can also occur during drought stress. जब drought stress आ जाएगा, पानी की कमी हो जाएगी, तो उसको drought stress कहते हैं. Or when xylem sap freezes in winter. Even when xylem sap in the xylem, it get frozen due to low temperature. So you will get this embolism or cavitation, air bubble formation. Such cavitation can block the transport of water. Water transport को पूरा block कर सकता है ये cavitation, ये air bubble, and lead to severe deficit in lip. तो lip की तरफ water नहीं बढ़ेगा क्योंकि वहाँ पे cavitation हुआ है, तो lip की तरफ water नहीं बढ़ेगा, इसकी वजह से death भी हो सकता है प्लांट का. However, डेथ नहीं होता है क्योंकि इसको कॉम्पेंसेट करने के लिए ये जो कैविटेशन है, जो एम्बोलिज्म है, इसको कॉम्पेंसेट करने के लिए बहुत सारे मैकेनिज्म होते हैं प्लांट के पास, बहुत सारी उपाय योजना होती है. सो हाउएवर दिस इम्पैक्ट ऑफ कैविटेशन ऑन प्लांट्स इज मिनिमाइज्ड बाय several ways that is not part of our syllabus. So there are several ways to compensate this embolism or cavitation. The principal mechanism that minimizes the effect of cavitation is structural one. There are different structures formed in the anatomy and different structures will compensate for this embolism or cavitation. The end walls of vessels and pores. So what is end walls of vessels? Vessel होगा, trachea होगा, तो उसका जो end wall है, end wall. So end walls of vessels and pores. Here are some pores in end walls. They prevent the bubble from spreading from tube to tube. So whenever this is bubble passing through this tube, xylem vessel. So these pores block movement of this water bubble, air bubble, sorry. So embolism is blocked there and one second. And the movement of bubble, spreading of air bubble from one tube to another tube or one xylem element to another xylem element is prevented. चलो ठीक है, आज के लिए यही रुकेंगे, बाकी का हम आगे के लेक्चर में पढ़ लेंगे. थैंक यू वन एंड ऑल. स्टडी कीजिए अच्छे से, रिवाइज कीजिए लेक्चर को 2-3 बार, तो टॉपिक क्लियर हो जाएगा. वंस अगेन थैंक यू सो मच.